I'm very iffy about things that melt in my mouth. Yes, you can take that however you want.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Let's Get Chaotic podcast. Today we have a battle in the Krellendrome. So Cam and I watched the first and second episodes of Chaotic, so the first two-parter, Welcome to Chaotic. We have notes, we're just going to talk about it. I would say in no particular order, but I assume we took our notes in order as we watched the episode. So, episode start. Can't see shit because the YouTube upload is 270p. And the snow fucking destroys it. But
Snow.
the first note I have here is that it's nothing revolutionary, but I genuinely love that the show kind of throws us into the middle of the chaos to start.
Yeah, it kind of shows you how they play with the computer game, like the actual computer game.
Yeah, they do that
One
a little bit later too, yeah.
Like, one thing Chaotic has over a lot of TCG cartoons, in my opinion, is that they do actually have, like, kind of teach you how to play the game to a point.
No,
It's
yeah.
really fun.
It's
Like-
really... It feels like they took a lot of effort into wanting it to be a playable game. Because, like, Yu-Gi-Oh!, which I've got a note about Yu-Gi-Oh! In here later. Yu-Gi-Oh!, the show didn't teach you how to play the game because the show existed first.
Yeah, it eventually would adapt to the actual rules of the game, and like Battle City and even later parts are more strict
Yeah.
with it. But at Duelist Kingdom, they would just make stuff up.
In Duelist Kingdom, Yugi was writing the rulebook.
In Duelist Kingdom, you could stab the moon. Like, just why not? The moon is on the field. Like, you could use Multiply on your Karibo and cover up this Thousand Eyes man's Thousand Eyes and then self-destruct. I don't get it, but it was fun.
But yeah, I like that instead of like starting out in the real world, kind of, it starts in the middle of the match that you're gonna see Tom do later. It kind of just throws you right into here's the world, here's what they do.
It's basically a, yeah, that's me.
Yeah, I bet you're wondering how I got into this situation.
Oh, it's a crazy story. I'm gonna tell ya. So sit back, grab a juice box and a snack, cause here we go.
I also have the note that I think it's really funny that Tom describes Maxor, his favorite creature, as the green guy with the weird hair.
I mean, it could be the green guy with the blue tattoos or something.
Speaking of, I noticed something while I was watching that. For some reason I never noticed before. His facial markings are like asymmetrical. I've never noticed that before, and I don't know if I was more upset that I never noticed it or upset that I noticed it now, because I hate it.
Yeah, cause now you won't unsee it. Yeah,
Yeah.
Maxor's a freak, but he's really cool.
I think him being a freak is what makes him cool.
You see that guy? The guy who looks like a fusion between the Hulk and Vegeta from Dragon Ball Z? That's me.
Hulk Cheetah of the Overworld tribe.
With Link's fashion sense.
Opening scene is fun. I like that the first Underworlder we see in the whole thing is Takinam. That's pretty cool.
People love talking on.
Yeah, good reason. Good reason.
Yeah. I'm sure. I think we've talked about it before where it's like, I bet you money some people, if this was a real thing, some people would just play as the chicks all the time.
Oh, yeah.
And would do it sometimes for the most perverse purposes.
Just like a real
You
life
know those
game.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah, in real life, you know those people would exist.
In real
Like,
life, I know those
imagine that
people
getting
exist
broadcast on
because
TV.
Marvel Rivals exists, and I've seen how people react with it.
Right? Like, Jesus Christ. Like,
Um,
people, like, it gets broadcast on the TV for everyone to see.
So we're definitely gonna talk about it later down the line. Takinam is one of the characters that I think was genuinely ruined, like visually, when they changed styles.
Yeah, I know a lot of people prefer the later art style of the show. I'm
Yeah.
one of those people who like the original. I don't know, just it don't look as good, obviously, but it feels more alive.
I like them both generally fine, but some of the character designs take a nosedive. Like Takinam went from like that red color to like a dull orange for some reason.
I don't get it, man.
Uh,
It doesn't even look like the card. Like, it looks
No.
weird.
I know I have a couple of notes for after the theme song. Firstly is that I wholly disbelieve that Tom's school just lets him and the other kids stay after school to play this card game. And secondly,
Yeah, no.
is that I don't like when in middle school we were straight up told that Yu-Gi-Oh was banned because they were worried someone would get hurt.
Yeah, I had gotten my cards taken multiple times, especially chaotic cards when that first became
Yeah.
popular.
And like
and
maybe
my Bakugans.
maybe they get away with it because it's the online game, but I don't know, man. I feel like they'd still get in trouble. I also refuse to believe that Chaotic is just kind of popular in this world because it's not how nerd shit worked in 2006. Like in elementary school and early middle school, yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! And Bakugan and all that stuff was popular to play. By the time you got to high school, if you were still playing Yu-Gi-Oh!, you were the weird kid.
Yeah, I didn't care. You had to basically have a troop of people willing to still play it, which I did.
Yeah.
That was fun. It was Yu-Gi-Oh! Specifically. I had Toon Monsters.
Yeah, it tracks. I also have it noted. Do you have anything for this area, for this scene, for the school stuff, Cam?
Mostly just what I was saying earlier about how it's cool that they teach you, kind of give you an idea of how the game is played, even in real life with the computer game.
I genuinely think, actually, that the computer screen is footage of the prototype version of the online game.
That'd be funny. Also, Cougar makes me laugh. He looks so stupid.
I love Cougar.
The big dumb orc with a club.
I have it noted here that Tom mentions, or Kaz mentions that Tom's getting good at this, and Tom mentions that he picked up some tips from Kaz, which explained to me something that used to piss me off about the show, which is that Tom doesn't fucking know anything, right?
He's also too trusting. Jesus Christ.
No, yeah. And my assumption...
Maybe it's because this came out in like the 2000s. This is before everyone hated each other.
Yeah.
But he is way too nice and way too trusting to any random person that talks to him.
He couldn't exist today.
No, he'd get
his shit hacked.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my god.
But when I rewatched the show originally, right, years ago, my assumption going into it was that Tom was a chaotic expert, that he was supposed to know everything. He loved the game. And it wasn't until my recent rewatch where I really listened and I realized Tom doesn't know shit about any of this.
Yeah, I mean, Kaz got his code first, so kind of alluded to that he's better at it, or at least more knowledgeable at it.
Yeah, I do. Okay, so I have a couple questions about the chaotic codes, actually, right, that I've got written down. What are the parameters to get a chaotic code, exactly? That it's like a once-in-a-lifetime thing.
You have to be really good or related to one of the Codemasters.
Yeah, and also there's a line of dialogue when Tom gets into chaotic where someone's like, I just got a new scan of, like, whatever the fucking location was. You want to go see it? And the other guy's like, nah, I hear a bunch of newbies are porting in today. So do they send the codes out in batches?
It wouldn't surprise me if it was like a monthly thing or something.
Yeah. And
probably the best way to do it.
On top of that, right, is that Tom's first match is against an experienced chaotic player. But if they're sending out the codes in batches and getting a bunch of new players at once, wouldn't you put those new players against each other?
Skill-based matchmaking.
Kind of bullshit. It's also bullshit that porting to chaotic locks your online deck, I think.
Yeah, it does. It's kind of messed up. I'm trying to think of other TCG shows where the possibility of, like, the main character's already really good at it. And the only one I can think of is, like, Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah, it's
like
Yu-Gi-Oh! Bakugan, essentially, but that's because Dan made the rules of the game.
Okay. And then there's Ash. Have fun. Took him, what, 7 generations?
20 whole years to become a champion.
Yeah. Yugi became king of games in one arc.
Yugi became king of games by making the crown out of Blue Eyes White Dragon cards. They were all knockoffs.
Oh, yeah. They had to be. There's only 3 in the whole world.
Yeah. The front of the crown, the crest, is actually the 4th one that Kaiba ripped, taped back together.
Yeah, some very nice tape.
It's like Hello Kitty tape.
It's a Band-Aid.
I'm sure you've noticed this. When Tom first ports to Chaotic, you can see Peyton walking by in the background.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I like the old art style because it feels more alive, because you'll see, like, actual people walking around and moving, and that includes characters you may not know yet, or characters that you've seen that, you know, have been involved before. I like that.
Might as well show some appreciation for the animation. The difference between a show made for Flash animation and a show adapted to Flash animation is how much more fluent and expressive the show made for Flash is, and Chaotic is no exception.
As someone who's been watching Mucha Lucha lately,
yeah.
I think Chaotic is pretty good for being done in Flash.
When I was a kid, right, one of my favorite cartoons was Fairly Odd Parents. And one day, right, like in a hotel or something, I swapped over to Nick going through the channels,
Oh, no.
and I see a newer season, that's done in Flash, and it's so gross. I hate it.
It just doesn't work when you swap over to it. Like, if it started like that, maybe, but when you flip over, no.
Like,
you can't do that.
People don't like Johnny Test very much, and I get it. But the show looks fairly good, you know, for what it's given.
I also love the robot that comes up to Tom and just starts bad-mouthing him immediately.
One of my favorite lines of dialogue is,
Major Tom, your first battle's in 3 minutes. I'm afraid there's no room in the schedule for hysterics.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
You know, he could have been earlier if he didn't wait till, like, the last second.
Yeah, that's crazy. They gave him the code and then scheduled a match immediately, pretty much.
It was at, like, midnight. Like, that's crazy.
That's why I asked the question about the parameters, right? Because it's only useful, like, on the given day you get it, right? It's not even a 24-hour period. You have to use it by the end of the day.
Yeah, so hopefully you don't become good at, like, 11:59 p.m.
Oh, imagine getting your code at 11:59 and your scanner's not with you.
Crud.
I'd be pissed.
A little bit.
Let's see. Man, I really want that chaotic MMO.
Same.
Just a note.
I love that.
I like. It's just.
I pay for it. That's how much I want it.
Yeah, seeing like not even just Param, seeing chaotic itself and what it is so interesting.
I would convince all my friends to play it.
Speaking of seeing chaotic itself, so I asked a question in my chaotic video essay years ago that I'm still wondering: do they have to pay for the food in the port court?
I don't think they do, but what's weird, I've always wondered, is the food even real? Or
so
like when you transport back, did you eat?
So there's an episode about this, right, where Peyton's trying to lose weight, and he goes, if I port to chaotic and I eat all the food I want, when I port to the real world, I won't be hungry anymore. And then he has a massive stomach ache, and then he ports back to the real world, and he's hungry again. So...
Okay. So it don't mean crap.
So it don't mean nothing. It satiates you while you're there.
I was gonna say, so it's like it feeds that version of you. Meanwhile, real you is just having to still have to eat and sleep.
So an assumption that I have is that there's some kind of in-game currency, quote unquote, that they get from their drone matches, and that's how they pay for the food and stuff.
That's how you fund the MMO, in-game currency.
At the scene where they're going up to the drone, Kaz is like talking up a big game, but not telling Tom how the game is played.
Yeah, he's kind of dumb.
Like what he is setting his friend up. He's setting his friend up to look like a dipshit, and then later on when he's watching the match, is upset that he doesn't know what to do. This is a less important note. But it says Sam Shady is one of maybe 4 chaotic characters to get a last name in the show, and we literally only see him twice in the entirety of 80 episodes.
Also, his name's Sam Shady.
Yeah, I have the note immediately under is I could have guessed Sam was an Underworld user from the name.
I could tell his, I don't know, the red shirt might have given it away. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean,
the glasses,
they usually go with that
all
kind of
Underworld
stuff.
specialists wear glasses for some reason.
I'm starting to notice they kind of have a geeky vibe to them.
No wonder I'm slotted so well.
But Clay's got the cool glasses. That's how you know.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. There's another note in here that I was going to bring up later, but I have to bring it up now because it doesn't matter when it's brought up. I hate to admit it, but if I were to visually resemble any chaotic character, it'd be Clay. He's got the goatee, he's got the jacket, he's got the hairstyle.
I mean, yeah, you make a good point.
I hate it.
Now you have to become Cockney. Major Tom. Kind of weird it's just Clay in this one.
Yeah, well, it's because him and Christella don't know each other yet.
Yeah, it's just...
Which is like...
I kind of like that, because normally you would just introduce them as a team.
Yeah.
But it's kind of neat that it happens
It's something that I think we'll end up talking about a bit more a little later down the line. But it's weird that, like, Clay and Christella feel like such a package deal, but they don't know each other at first. Like, there's a whole episode B plot that is them meeting each other to do evil shit. And in fact, I'm pretty sure it's the episode at Iron Pillar with the Torweg with Zerv.
Oh, God. Yeah. It doesn't work.
Because Christella traps Zerv, and then Tom and Kaz let him out, and then Clay and Tom have a match, and Christella's like, I know how you can win.
I know how you can beat him.
And then he fucking loses anyways, because he's a dork.
Because he used your own ideas against you.
That's not cheating, that's strategy. At this point in the episode, Tom is transforming into Maxor for the first time, and all I can think about is how fun it'd be to do a bonus episode of the podcast where we assign each Ben 10 alien to a different tribe. Yeah, here's the part where I say first-timers should have matches against other first-timers. It'll be much more apparent later, but I really appreciate how the various creatures in the show talk like the person playing as them, accent and all. It's infinitely more entertaining than if everybody just role-played their favorite character.
God, now I really want Maxor played by Clay so he has a Cockney accent. That would be really funny.
Beautiful. And then at the end of the cliffhanger, I have the note that says, I'm going to be honest, if I watched Chaotic live when it premiered, I don't know if this cliffhanger at the end would have hooked me.
I mean, if part 2's playing right after, yeah, I would have stayed.
No, yeah. So I have a note at the very bottom that says, if I saw both episodes at once, I would definitely have been hooked.
Yeah.
You have any fun notes that you've noted throughout the episode?
Nothing that we haven't talked about, I don't think.
I have a very...
like Tom saying that playing as Maxor feels like he's in a mascot costume.
Yeah, that's... And where's the zipper? Where's the zipper?
There's got to be some weird, like, dysmorphia you have to get over whenever you look down at your hands and they're not your hands.
There's the episode with Lulu where she's clearly disoriented too.
Yeah, like,
so it must be weird.
If you have any sort of like motion sickness or something,
yeah.
You are screwed.
Oh, imagine getting motion sick playing Chaotic.
Yeah.
I imagine being a creature for the first time is like trying to walk when your legs are asleep after like sitting on the toilet for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So at the beginning of episode 2, I noted something that I should have noted in episode 1, which is why does the code scanner work like a cell phone?
I don't know. It's like a all-purpose tool.
Yeah, like in real-world terms, you would think it's just like a companion accessory for the online game, right?
Yeah.
So the fact that your friends can just video call you on it, this was before smartphones, by the way, this was 2006. The fact that your friends can just video call you on it is crazy.
Yeah.
Chaotic predicted FaceTime.
Ooh.
I appreciate that the first Underworlder we see in general isn't Mac or Kaor.
Yeah, and you don't see, like, you see Maxor with Tom, but you'd never see the actual guy for a while.
Yeah, I like that they didn't, like, have the first big battle be Maxor versus Kaor, basically.
Yeah, that would have been a little too easy.
Yeah, I didn't think to note it down earlier, but the theme song is so good, all the music is, and a lot of it can be found on YouTube. I'd say check it out.
Yeah.
There's in the first episode, a whole written rock song, and the music under this podcast is the instrumental for that song that I made a loop for to play under the podcast. Partially because of all the ones I found, it was kind of the only one that really paved way for just conversation over top of.
Yeah, kind of.
Everything else sounds like we're about to be doing Bloodsport.
That would be fun. Although I'd prefer to be, watching it than taking part in it.
Yeah, like watching a Chaotic match instead of playing it so I don't get motion sick.
I'd be like the fat Roman emperor just laying back with the grapes. Release the lion! And it's Tengus Hellborn.
But yeah, I like the music a lot. I really, God, whenever they revive the series, I kind of hope they put the music on Spotify. I would love to listen to it while I'm at the gym.
That'd be cool.
I like the concept that by playing a creature, you have access to all the skills and knowledge of said creature.
Yeah, I always thought that was kind of neat. It's kind of just just dull your mind a bit and fall into the headspace of whoever you're playing as. It's neat.
I like that they use it for like episode plots as well. Like
kind of an investigative kind of way sometimes.
Yeah. That's entertaining. That's fun. I like that the knowledge that's how it works is why Nadron won't let people scan him.
Because he knows so much.
He's like...
Make your head explode.
If a Chaotic player were to scan me, they'd know all my secrets.
Yeah. I don't need y'all to know what goes on up here. Don't bother me between 4 and 5 p.m. That's Nadron's time.
Nadron doesn't want any Chaotic player knowing his secret kinks.
Oh, gosh.
This is a note I have down because I actually really liked it. Tom uses a rock wave on Glacier Plain, and instead of rocks, it's a bunch of ice.
That is really cool. Makes you think that the rocks aren't the attack, and it's more like the slam.
Yeah. It's never fully explained how Mujik and Battle Gear are used or summoned. I imagine it's like a mental thing. Or perhaps, since we get a mild POV shot of the players inside the creatures, perhaps there's some kind of HUD, like an Iron Man suit.
That would be neat. Inside the mascot costume.
Because, like, whenever they start using music, right? Like, you hear them say the name of the music, but you get the visual of the musician going to the music first, usually. Which means they've activated it before they call it out. And then, like, the battle gear kind of just shows up. So they never explain how any of that works. Not that they have to, but, you know, world building and all that.
Some things can go unexplained.
Yeah. It's the type of thing you don't really think about, you know? Unlike when Tom asks how the chaotic digital code thing works, and Kaz is like, how do they get the cream in a cupcake? No one knows. I know how they get the cream in a cupcake.
Turkey baster.
No, they put the cream in the batter before they bake it.
That's a turkey baster. Needle in the cupcake.
That's how they get the cream
there.
in a Twinkie.
I don't even like Twinkies. I like the chocolate ones.
I like
the normal ones.
I like the banana flavored ones.
I'm very iffy about things that melt in my mouth. Yes, you can take that however you want.
Super fun seeing Tom win his first battle by the most bullshit methods imaginable.
Mortissimo and then chuck that bitch into a wall.
See, when I wrote that down, it was the scene where Maxor is holding on to Takinom's leg, and she's like, let go, I can't fly with you holding on to me, and I'm thinking, yeah, that's the point.
I'm gonna shot put you into that wall over there.
That was also funny to watch, dude. He's like, oh no, the music's already wearing off. He takes the time to do a fucking 360 twirl before throwing her ass. So here, okay, this is a fun thing I noticed in the background, and it's gonna be brought up again later. After Tom gets out of the drome and he meets with Kaz, there's one shot where in the background you can see Sarah standing with some other people. Keep that in mind.
That's right before she went to do the thing.
Yes, you keep that part in mind.
Okay.
Okay, so this is a small rant portion, and I'm gonna need you to back me up for it because I know you can.
Okay.
The second U, quote-unquote, concept for Chaotic is where I formed the basis for my theory that the Digital Circus characters are digital consciousness. This theory has since become very popular and became known as the Soma theory. I am noting this here because Cam, my co-host, confirmed that I've had this theory since about episode 2 of The Amazing Digital Circus.
I do remember, and it's mostly because you remember Chaotic.
It's because I remember Chaotic. Because I'm watching Digital Circus, right? They go into the circus, they don't remember their names, they don't know how to get out. If people are going into the game in Digital Circus and then disappearing, right? Like, the implication is that either there's a lot of corpses in the real world or there are real bodies going into the game, but that part doesn't make sense. So clearly, a second consciousness has to be made and put into the circus.
It's all virtual, baby.
And then I think I have this theory written down in a Google Doc somewhere that's timestamped as well. And then, like, you can assume that inside the mask there's nothing. You don't see anything. Much like how a Chaotic code scanner shuts off when you port your code to Chaotic. Anyway, I've had this theory for a long time before it was popular. Just like how I had the theory that Kinger was responsible for the circus existing in episode 3 and everyone thought I was fucking crazy. Alright, let's see.
Yes, back to the Chaotic, please.
There's the part where Tom talks about throwing away his code scanner. Firstly, I didn't note it down, but valid, I would have too. I would have gotten so fucking pissed.
I probably would have held on to it. I'm stingy.
I would have put it down somewhere and not touched it again or checked it.
I wouldn't have dumped it, I know that much.
No, yeah, how much do you think that thing cost that he just threw it away?
A lot. If you're like, back when I was a kid, those things were hard to find, even harder now.
That thing had to be like $100 back then. Maybe less, because most people have them. Maybe it comes with like a booster pack of the card game or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
But I'm glad the characters are self-aware. Because, like, in a lot of stories, it'd be like Tom and Chaotic's like, I'm sorry, I doubted you. And then Kaz in the real world would go up to him and be like, hey, Chaotic's real, you won your first match. And Tom's like, oh, shit, that's cool.
Yeah.
In this one, Tom's like, I'm not gonna believe you. I was pissed and thought you were crazy. I'm not gonna believe you.
I'm not gonna believe you until you tell me something about Bandcamp.
I want to know what his secret was, right? I want to know what Tom's secret was that he told Kaz.
Well, it's not ballet, we know that much.
Yeah, it's not ballet camp. He thought he forgot about ballet camp. I want to know what it is, because...
You don't forget ballet camp. You don't forget that kind of stuff.
I have to know what in this 4Kids show would have been so embarrassing, right, that they could get away with implying.
I mean, ballet is not even that embarrassing. I knew, like, football players.
It was
like,
2006.
On my team
a
that
boy
played
doing
ballet.
a girl thing was supposed to be
It's
embarrassing.
good for flexibility.
Yeah. All right, so here's a note about Tom's bedroom. What sport do you think he plays?
I don't know, hockey.
He's got a lot of trophies in the background, right? And my assumption is basketball, because he has, like, the hoop on his wall, and he has a jersey on his wall as well.
Maybe.
But it's just like, something I like about a show like Chaotic is that the world around the characters can show you bits of who the character is.
Yeah.
Like, Tom has a room full of trophies and sports memorabilia. Clearly, he's a sports guy, which makes it make more sense that he doesn't know a single motherfucking thing about the world of Chaotic, because sport people don't know shit about nerd shit half the time.
Only sometimes. You are talking to a football player.
Oh yeah, but you were a nerd first.
I was both. I was jock, choir boy, and nerd boy.
Like, I know a lot of people who played football or basketball, right? And, like, they're into, like, Marvel movies and Dragon Ball, but they don't actually know shit about either one other than the surface level shit everyone knows.
Sometimes they don't even know that.
So that's what Tom is, basically. He's the jock who doesn't know shit. Literally, Clay's introduction is him trying to murder Tom.
Yeah, I gotta get him out of there, man. What if he's better than me at this card game?
Just like immediate, the moment we meet him, he's trying to murk Tom.
I mean, technically not the real Tom, technically a fake Tom, but at the same time,
but hey,
it's still murder.
The crazy part too is, like, if you kill someone in the world of Chaotic, you're locking their online deck permanently.
What happens?
That's crazy.
Do you think murder is illegal in this world, or do you think it's a lawless land when you're not in the Krellendrome?
I think you would get banned for it.
Nah.
Yeah, claim to tell us today. So you remember that note we filed away about Sarah being in the background?
Yes.
Sarah claims that she has been tracking Mesmar all night, but as previously noted, she's literally visible in the background after Tom's match. Either she's lying, or she has a clone. Or,
I'm gonna go with the lying.
My brand new favorite theory, she owns 2 code scanners, and somehow got 2 codes to Chaotic.
I don't know. My theory is just that he's been out there for hours and just likes hyperbole. Because we don't know how long Tom has been waiting there for shit to happen.
Yeah, let's see. I really hope whenever the Chaotic Revival is a full-on go, they make actual code scanners that connect to the presumable online game that'll exist.
That'd be neat. Get me a link cable.
Like, it doesn't even have to be like, you know, it can just be a PDA that wirelessly connects to my computer via Bluetooth. I'm cool with that.
That'd be neat.
I like Nothalax. I wish I knew how to do the effect in his voice. I'm sure Bilo knows.
It just sounds like he's choking on something.
I do like Nothalax. Nothalax, I think, is one of my, like, top 5 for sure in the underworld.
This card art is really cool.
This note just says, God damn, Mesmar is massive.
Oh yeah, the weird man.
Yeah, like, why is he, like, he's so big, dude? Like,
He's
all
a
chaotic
Seaman.
creatures are generally big compared to the players, but Jesus Christ. At some point, Sarah says to Tom, you get fried here, you stay fried here, so I wrote down the note, if you die in the game, you die for real.
That is real. No, that is true. Why is that even the case? Why can't they just make a new virtual you?
Yeah, imagine. No, the Codemaster's like, listen, if you got yourself
right,
killed,
though?
that's on you.
Like, I don't know. That's kind of messed up. It's only one life. If you screw up, you're dead.
No, yeah. Like, what if, let's say, some, like, British dude murders you in cold blood?
Yeah.
Then what?
There's that one paralyzed kid later in the show.
Yeah,
who, like,
Reggie.
The version of him in Chaotic gets kidnapped, so he never knows what happened. Now imagine if that was murder.
Dude, imagine your friend comes back from Chaotic and they're like, hey, I've got some bad news.
Hey, you're never getting back in there. I saw, like...
The funeral's on Friday. Obviously, you can't attend, but I watched Magmon, dude.
Yeah, you'll be in our hearts. Someone used music that just turned you inside out. I don't even know how they got that.
Not the inside out music. Here's a note you're gonna like. This is now the section where Cameron will talk a bunch about Nadgerin.
Nadgerin is really cool, man. He's freaking Doctor Strange coded. I like him. And I like that he has a whole arc around just getting a chance to scan this guy.
I actually do have a note here that says I've never clocked it before, but when Nadgerin summons the magician, he literally does the Ditko hand.
Yeah, he does.
So yeah, very Doctor Strange.
I love it though. He's just really cool. His card art's also really freaking cool. And if I'm not mistaken, it takes a while for Tom to get a scan of this guy. Like, it takes longer than Maxor.
Yeah, it's after he gets the new Maxor skin. He does something. I'm trying to remember what it is, because he does something specifically. And Nadrin's like, you may scan me as your reward. And then Peyton's like, oh yeah, dude, Nadrin scans. And then tries to scan him, and Nadrin's like, did I say you, fatty?
Like, not you. Him.
I don't want your gravy in my veins.
I will turn you inside out.
I'll use the Inside Out music. Hey, can someone out there compose the song for the Inside Out music?
Yeah. You know the Meat Circus from Psychonauts?
Yes.
Can take a bit from that song and then like recompose it with like the little chiptune bits. That would be the Inside Out music.
Here's a fun note. Tom is extremely stupid, I swear to God. Sarah has told him twice that this is real and he's just a person, and here he is trying to use attacks.
Tom is being kind of dumb, but, you know, kind of brave. They kind of go hand in hand. He tries to attack the giant evil overworld.
Now,
underworld? I can't remember.
Nothlex is underworld. After this part, Sarah scans Mesmar, and I have the note that says, can't wait to never see Sarah use that Mesmar scan, because she exclusively uses Zanians. But
maybe
then I
she
thought
just wanted to get it for a friend or something.
Yeah, see, I assumed she was getting it for a trade, because why else would she be there for presumably an entire night trying to get the scan, you know?
Yeah, I mean, you're more willing to do it for that than you are for yourself, probably.
Yeah. I have a note here. I greatly respect Sarah for never once bringing attention to the fact that Tom is in his underwear.
It happens all the time.
It's literally only brought up once in the entire pilot, which is great. Because in a modern show, a guy shows up in his underwear, and that's half the jokes in the episode.
That's funny.
Let's see. I stated in the first set of notes that I don't think the cliffhanger would have grabbed me, but the full 2 definitely probably would have grabbed me. I already said that.
Yeah, it probably would have grabbed me too. It was a fun time. I always enjoyed that second bit more than the first bit, honestly.
Yeah. I think
part of it is because of Nadgerin.
Yeah, so my thing is, I think the second episode is just stronger, partially because they show part of the world of Chaotic, like Param.
Yeah, that's almost always the most interesting part of the series, honestly.
Also, Tom actually does cool shit. Literally in the first episode, it's Tom goes to Chaotic for the first time. He's in his underwear like a buffoon, and he gets his ass kicked for 19 minutes.
He's fumbling around in the dark, trying to figure out what the hell's going on.
And, like, I think both episodes put together, that's really good shit.
Yeah, I really like it.
It's so cool. I hope whenever that revival happens, they bring back the online game and they give me a code scanner and they make an MMO. The people who own Chaotic have the great opportunity to make a Chaotic code scanner phone case line as well.
That'd be cute.
I'd put that on my phone case. Then, like, instead of, like, the like, codes or barcodes or whatever, or actually, they could have, like, an app and it scans, like, the code on the card.
Very cool.
There's a lot that Chaotic could do now in the world of smartphones that I think would be really cool. You know what else would be really cool? This one would never happen, right? Chaotic theme park, right? Like a pop-up theme park where they have an actual Battledrome with a VR game in it.
Ooh, that'd be cool. You need a treadmill.
Yeah, you have one of those like 360 runners, right? You connect to the app on your phone so you can use your own scans and shit.
We also have a bulletproof vest that zaps you whenever you get hurt. It's like I'm really there.
If you get hit by a fire tech, it heats up rapidly.
It burns your skin.
And then for Iron Balls, the bulletproof vest doesn't do anything, but a guy comes in with a bucket of marbles and kind of just chucks them at you. So that's this episode. First 2 episodes down. This is confirmed for me that the episodes of this podcast won't be very long at all. Maybe they will be when we get farther in, when more shit happens.
The only reason last time's recording session took so long is because we technically had to do it twice.
Yeah, everybody stay chaotic, I guess.
Stay gold.
Remember, Von Blut was right.
About what?
I mean, why rule half the underworld when you can rule the whole underworld? You know, Von Blut was right. We'll be back next week. Podcast on Tuesdays now, so I don't have to rush to edit them before I go to work after we record them, because I did that last time. It was awful.
I bet.
Podcast on Tuesdays now. I'm editing on Mondays. If y'all have anything specific y'all want us to talk about, or like fun little gimmick episodes, let me know. Put it in the comments. Go subscribe to Cam. He works hard to be here.
Yes.
Go watch Chaotic so you can also give opinions on things we talk about. That whole thing is on YouTube. I'm pretty sure I linked to it last podcast, and I'll do it here too. And yeah, thanks for watching. We will see you next week.